my own. And then Tyler said, I'm back. I was like, oh, I have a friend. Hello. I don't know, I just look at that image of Pikachu and I'm like, how cursed would he talk?
So,
So,
we were going to go see James about the salvia
yes.
Yeah, makes sense.
because somebody has perfect drug predicting powers.
Hey. No, not only did I predict what drug it was, which is suspicious in and of itself, but I also predicted the actual herb in his farm.
Brandon is true.
Both of the potential herbs.
Both of them.
And all I'm saying is that your house is right next to his house.
That's true, yeah.
What are you not telling us?
Man, let me have my own secrets, okay?
Fine then, keep your secrets.
Ring his stupid doorbell.
His literal doorbell.
Questions, if you don't mind.
Alright, what does he have to say?
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum, James?
That sounds like a Harry Potter spell, though.
What's that?
It's not a skin cream, no. It's a plant.
Really? Don't know much about plants.
So you've never
Oh.
heard of salvia?
No.
That's probably telling the truth.
Oh,
Okay.
It's funny, he studied plant science, but knows nothing about plants.
Yeah.
Right.
Not doing very well.
Also, he has a packet containing these leaves. I just want to see if that's a thing. Because we got it at his farm, but
Doesn't know much about,
Yeah, what's that?
That's definitely a contradiction right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
He literally stated that he went to school for plant science.
yeah, I want to see. I know he did say it somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is.
James's degree is plant science, but doesn't know much about plants.
Aha.
Uh-huh.
So, your degree is in plant science, but you don't seem to know anything about plants.
Well, still got a lot to learn.
So you're still saying you've never heard of salvia?
Didn't say that.
So you have.
Yes, he did.
Maybe.
And you do grow it.
Yeah, it's legal. Why not?
What do you do with it?
I use it for explorative purposes, meditation.
And does this involve anybody else?
Why?
Do you sell it or give it to anybody else? Sure.
Yeah, it's just for me, nobody else.
I don't like
And
this
that's the only
James
drug
character.
you grow, is it?
Feel free to go and look if you want.
It's okay, I'll look later.
Like, I don't
Yeah.
think he did it. I just don't like him.
Sure, I believe that, James. Then again, would someone growing illegal drugs bother
I-
growing a legal one?
I just think this is your typical, like, stoner dude that doesn't trust anybody.
Didn't he say something about the herbal tea? Or no, maybe that's not related.
Did say somebody else said something about his herbal tea. Simon said something about his herbal tea. Yeah, he traded herbal tea for Simon's homebrew. But I don't think there's any contradictions here.
Yeah, probably not.
Grows salvia for his private use only? Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think so, though. Oh, it is.
Okay, there it is.
When you say herbal tea, do you mean salvia?
Probably.
So you traded salvia tea with Simon for his homebrew.
So?
So why did you say you didn't give salvia to anybody else? Did you
Oh,
give it to
he's
anybody
breaking
else?
down.
How many people did you give it to? Did you give it to Kate?
No.
How about Liam?
Didn't have
No.
anything to do with him dying, if that's what you mean.
So you did give him salvia.
Yes, I gave him salvia because he asked for it, but that's not what killed him.
Well, he committed suicide, James, because of psychological issues that probably weren't helped by him trying hallucinogenic drugs.
Didn't commit suicide. You don't know anything about him. You don't know what happened.
Okay, so what happened then?
Do you even know about Third Eye?
Go on.
You don't know about Third Eye. If you don't know about Third Eye, you know nothing about Liam's death. I mean, forget salvia.
Fine, tell me then.
Third
Wow.
Eye was a cult. We had our very own psycho cult operating right here from our village hall. And I got rid of them, single-handed. I'm the one who got rid of Third Eye. Did they tell you that at the station?
Okay, start again. They were what?
You don't know anything, do you? Look. They were reeling in students, pretending to be some sort of happy life course, you know. We can make your life better sort of crap. Then they were putting everyone through this brainwashing program to make them compliant, and selling them on.
That bottom logo on the paper
Yeah,
matches
is that the
ma-
same symbol as the knife?
What do you
Yeah.
mean,
Yep.
selling them on?
Selling them. Like objects, commodities.
To who?
Anyone who could afford them. Top politicians, famous celebrities, wealthy businessmen, you name it.
What for?
You don't get it, do you? Third Eye were making and selling slaves. They were black market slave traders. They were wiping people's personalities using ECT, brainwashing, cocktails of hard drugs, deliberately turning them into perfect slaves. You know how much slaves are worth on the black market these days?
No.
Millions. And I'm talking per slave. Anyone
Spider-Man.
who stood up to them and
Spider-Man.
threatened to go public like Liam was just killed off. They didn't give a damn.
So you're saying Liam was murdered by Third Eye?
Exactly what I'm saying. So I started looking into it. They were all saying it was suicide, but there's no way.
So, did you ever actually meet Liam?
I found out about him.
And how did you find out about all this other stuff?
It's obvious, you could tell. I met some of the students. You could see straight away there was something wrong. They were like zombies. And I can tell when someone's got ECT damage or when they've been through mind conditioning. It's just obvious. I mean, US military used all these techniques back in the 50s. It's all documented. You can read about it. They showed all
Oh,
the
no.
same signs.
So, did you ever actually go to a meeting?
No, but I knew what went on
How?
from what people said who'd been through it.
Okay, so do you know anyone I could speak to who did go through it?
Well, no. Look, it doesn't matter. Why did they close down if it wasn't true? They just closed down and disappeared overnight after I put all the flyers up. Bit of a coincidence.
But that was just after Liam died.
Yeah,
And do you think that had anything to do with it?
maybe, but it was the flyers that forced them to close.
Okay. Do you mind if I keep this?
Yeah, you investigate it. It'll all come out. Third Eye definitely killed Liam.
Well, that
There's
There's
was
a
a
lot
lot to
there.
take in. Does James really believe all this stuff? This is the first I've heard about Third Eye. Question is, what's their connection with Atlas, if there is
So
one?
there was a contradiction in there, but it's not going to let you do it.
yeah.
Did you hear it?
What was it?
So when he's talking about Liam, he says, because Jenks goes, did you know him? And he goes, no, I heard about him. But before that, he agrees to giving Liam salvia.
Oh, yeah.
So there's already a contradiction there.
Right.
See? Met Liam.
Yeah.
But in the
Yeah.
conversation, he says,
Yeah.
I found out about Liam.
Yeah.
I feel like that might have just been a mistake in the writing.
Maybe. Yeah, there's nothing there about Liam that says
Yeah.
with him. So yeah. But we can confirm. Circle 2 moons. Circle 2 moons right there.
Also,
Yeah.
a very obvious, like, attempt at Illuminati symbol on the left there.
Oh,
Oh, and the
And
right.
the
I
right.
didn't even notice the right.
and I mean there's
No, it's different.
there's also the flyer with the I and the A's. I mean, I think James has given us all he's going to give us for now. It might be time to go talk
Thank
to
you.
Probably
Atlas.
be back later.
Unless the third eye thing opens up to something with other people.
Yeah, you're right. There's no use for that here.
It's just put it back up again.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we can go to everybody else just really quickly and show them the flyer before we go to Atlas.
We could go to Rebecca, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, go to...
See if she knows something.
I mean, we may as well just on the way over to Atlas.
Yeah.
We don't want to make Jenks run here
If
and then
you
back.
shove that flyer in her face, she's just gonna say James does a nut job, and everybody knows it.
Yeah, but I mean...
there's no harm in doing
Yeah,
it.
it's not going to hurt anything.
Sure.
I just want to make sure we have everything before we talk to the Atlas guy. You know, he's an important man. Plus,
A few more
I love that
questions,
thing.
if you don't mind.
Have you seen this?
Don't
Great.
take any notice of that.
Why?
James Wilson is a fantasist. He spends his time pretending to cast spells in the woods. He's not exactly a stable person. And, I heard that he was involved with growing cannabis.
Really?
Well, don't quote me on that.
So you don't think there's any truth at all to this?
None at all.
Of course, she wouldn't agree to that because her husband
Her
runs it.
grows
yeah,
cannabis.
exactly. But
That's something we could contradict James on if he had something. but-
I think that's.
yeah, you can't contradict between.
See, I don't trust her because that's all deflection.
Yeah. I want to see if she said anything else about James beforehand.
I mean, her husband runs Atlas,
Yeah.
so
So I'm just checking for anything about James that she said to contradict. I
I
still
don't think we really
think
talked with James about very much.
I still think there's something about the tape here and the tape on the pub window.
Yeah, that's like she's like my number one most likely suspect, just because of that.
That's all for the moment.
But it's not
Thank you.
letting us do anything with it at the moment. Anybody in the
Yeah.
restaurant? Never. Alright, next we'll talk to Simon and Emma on our way over to Atlas, I guess.
Yeah.
That way, there's nothing down the path. And of course, we're going to knock on the window.
Knock for Emma. Yeah,
A couple more questions, if that's
that's
okay.
how we do it.
for there's nothing suspicious going on.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
Yeah.
She said it's
I've heard of it.
levitating.
It's a drug, isn't it?
Yeah. Hallucinogenic drug. Ever tried it?
No, I've never taken any illegal substances.
Well, this isn't illegal.
Did she say?
No, does that
okay.
contradict?
No, because she
There's
also
Probably not.
no, because she also doesn't drink.
It's never taken illegal substance, but salvia is not an illegal.
Yeah, no, but
I know,
maybe
but that's-
maybe
that-
she doesn't know that.
It's not a contradiction, though. Yeah,
No,
if she
yeah.
doesn't even drink, then
Yeah, she drinks.
she doesn't drink his.
She doesn't-
She doesn't like it.
Yeah, she only drinks wines. She only drinks wine. She hates spirits. She doesn't like beer. So she's a classic wine mom.
Have you seen this?
This.
Yeah. It was all over college last year. James made it. Idiot.
So you don't agree with what I'm saying?
No, I don't agree with anything James says. He's absolutely crazy. He thinks that the government has been controlled by aliens and that we're all bugged. He's nuts.
I'm seeing a common theme here.
Yeah, people don't really like James. Did she say anything about James since before
Man.
here?
I don't think so.
If the game ends up that James is right all along, it's gonna be so great. The conspiracy theorist just saying, "I was right. I was right."
Doesn't mean we have to like the guy.
Well, right here, actually.
He's just got his tinfoil hat on.
Yeah. Okay. Stuff about James being creepy.
I don't think there's any contradiction in anything she
Yeah.
gave us.
No.
All she
Not
said
yet.
was, "I don't do illegal substances," and
Be back later on, if that's okay.
she doesn't like James.
There might be a connection with Salvia and the homebrew, maybe.
There could be. I mean, I'm sure
Let's see what he says.
Yeah.
Ever heard of Salvia Divinorum?
Salvia Divinorum.
Magic mint, same thing.
Oh yeah, you mean the drug? Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, ever tried it?
Well, once or twice, yeah. But it's not really my sort of thing. It messes with your brain.
Mm.
I've never tried any other drugs either. Well, nothing like that. Nothing hallucinogenic.
I mean, yeah, he tried it a few times and he knows he doesn't like it, so that's still an accurate statement, I think.
It's close enough to an accurate statement.
I mean, he hasn't seen these leaves before, but he has tried salvia.
Could try it, I guess. No.
No, didn't think so. Technically, it is a contradiction. I mean, I guess if he didn't get it in that form,
Yeah,
but still.
it's probably what happens.
Have you seen this?
I love the way he presents things.
Oh, is this the thing that James did? Yeah, I've heard of it.
What do you know about all this? A third eye, I think they were called?
I don't really know anything about it. I mean, I've heard about Liam's death, but all I know about Three Eyes or whatever is on this flyer.
So you hadn't heard about third eye?
No, sorry.
Okay. I mean, unless we think we have any contradictions here, I think it's time to go to Atlas.
Oh boy.
Can you go to the homebrew? What you said about the homebrew again?
Yeah. Wherever that is.
No. Oh, no, never mind.
It's a box of bottles. Yeah.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
It's a little bit of a contradiction, but I think it's an open-ended enough statement that you're not going to get anything out of it.
Does sound a bit suspicious, but yeah.
By the way, it's starting to get pretty late. It's super sketch walking in the dark this late.
But we're an investigator.
Yeah, we've seen worse.
We're fine. Gotta check out the jetty. Check on those people down there. Yeah, they're still there having a good time.
Exactly in the same place.
For the last 3 hours.
Yeah. Oh, there's something here.
Something new.
Oh.
You mind not defacing public property, please?
What's it to you?
Oh, that was the stink eye she gave.
And that's supposed to make what difference exactly?
It means that you do exactly what I do.
Or what? Or you arrest
Technically,
me?
he just assaulted him,
So,
but
if I do something that you don't like, I have to give you some money. What happens if you do something that I don't
Well,
like?
that sounds like a
You
bribe.
can give me some money.
Look, I do not have time to discuss it at the moment. Could you just go?
that's the worst policeman ever.
Ooh,
Pathetic.
pathetic.
What do we got? Spider-Man!
I don't
It's
think
a sign.
I don't think that's what he's going for, but
Nope. Can't confirm.
What a prize brat.
Can't
But why
confirm.
would he carve that
Spider-Man.
into a tree? Either he's a die-hard rock fan, or there's more to that symbol than meets the eye.
Oh, God. Now the question. Do we want to go and ask everybody about that symbol before we go to
No.
Atlas?
Is it connected to a yeah,
no.
We can ask them afterwards. We've been avoiding it. This is going to be good. This is going to be a good conversation. Imagine if it was locked now.
Yeah.
So we know this is his office. Want to double check the reading room once more?
Yeah, sure.
Since it's a new
Maybe there's
hour.
something there.
No, still nothing. Just future things.
Yeah, that table is important, yeah.
And this chair.
somehow. Yeah.
Chair's facing the wrong way. I don't know if he knows that. It's facing the wall.
No, I'll have to ask him about this.
Oh, this chair. Yeah, that's the timeout chair.
And the other one? The other chair, too?
Yeah, the 2 timeout chairs, you know?
Yeah.
They're the wrong type of chair, but it's like the how do you do, fellow kids, except you'll be kneeling on it instead of sitting backwards.
Is that a door that the table's blocking?
Yes, it is. That's not up to fire code. And that's also a door to the outside that the couch is blocking.
I think that's just a big window.
It could be a window door.
Yeah, I think it's a window.
It looks like, to me at least, it looks like...
The other one's definitely a door, because there's the push bars.
Yeah. But now we can talk.
Now that we've roamed around this place.
Yeah.
That's a fire door. Keep shut.
Oh, okay, he came.
What?
Detective Inspector Jenks, I'm conducting an investigation in the area. Wouldn't mind asking you a few questions, all right?
Kind of barged in there.
Thank you.
This is barged right there.
Well, we can't confirm Jenks is not a vampire, because he entered that room before he was invited.
Drink, Inspector.
I'd better not, eh?
So you wanted to speak to me?
I believe that Kate Vine was a student at Atlas.
Oh, he looks scared.
Kate Vine? Well, yes, she was. All of this has been thoroughly investigated, Inspector. It was suicide.
Well, we have reason to believe there may be rather more to it than that.
Really? Well, then in that
Looking a
case,
little nervous
I'd
there.
be prepared to assist in any way possible.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Oh, tentative drink.
No.
Spider-Man!
Please don't.
Is that third eye or something?
I mean, I think we should just start at the top and go
Work our way
down.
down.
Just so we don't miss anything. Then we can go back for contradictions after we ask everything once.
Yeah.
Unless we see something
I
glaringly
believe the
obvious.
last time you saw Kate Vine was at the pub last Friday, then you came straight back with some of the students, is that right?
Yes, I like to have a glass of port or two after a long day, and benefits of being married to the landlady.
How did she seem that night?
The landlady?
Kate.
Oh, Kate. Well, she was her usual self, drunk.
That was usual.
It was for her, yes. I mean, it didn't impair her ability, though. She was a very bright star, lots of potential, very enthusiastic.
So she seemed to be enjoying the course?
As far as anybody could tell, yes.
When did you first meet her?
When she joined, about 3 months ago.
And you hadn't met her before then?
No.
So you didn't suspect there was anything wrong?
Well, do you mean, did I expect her to drown herself? Of course I didn't inspect her. It was quite a shock. Nobody expected that.
Okay, that's a lot of details. That's good.
I think this is drowning yourself is kind of difficult. Because your body has a natural reaction to get air.
Right. It would take an incredible force. I mean...
Yeah.
Like, she would have to dive to the bottom and consciously inhale.
Yeah, but even still, your body would... Your fight or flight kind of takes over. Sometimes, usually doesn't...
It'd be hard.
It'd be very difficult.
Like, she would basically have to tie, like, cinder blocks around herself, like, real tight.
Or, like, heavy rocks or something.
Yeah.
Have you seen this before?
Not that I recall.
You don't know whether Kate had lost this or not?
No, I've never seen it before, sorry.
Nobody knows anything about the license.
I don't know why they would.
Yeah, but why do we have
I'm
it?
assuming, like, Rebecca would be, like, the only person to know.
Yeah. And this tape, though, has to be something. What do you know about Simon's bicycle?
Does Simon Thompson ride a bike, do you know?
I think so, yes. I think he drives as well, but I might be mistaken.
It keeps automatically going to the bottom.
Considering there's no cars around here, I'd find it awfully suspicious if he was driving.
Oh, there's a couple of cars on the side of the road that you can see sometimes, like by the pub.
I
think
didn't
there's
notice.
I think
I
there's
didn't notice
one.
them.
Have you tried Simon's homebrew?
Does he make homebrew? No, I haven't had the pleasure, sorry.
That's fair. This is going to be a lot of I don't knows.
Know what this is?
Yes. It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol that we use on the course. It's supposed to represent freedom from the chains of your ancestry.
Have you ever bought one of these?
I haven't, but I've seen the students wearing them.
Cool.
What do you know about the broken window at the back of the pub?
Oh, Rebecca told me about it. I don't know how it got smashed, though. I told her to tape over it. We can't have anybody cutting themselves. You have to be very health and safety conscious these days.
There it is. There it is. He told her to tape over it. And he hasn't seen the license that has the tape.
It's not gonna work.
It's gotta work.
It's not gonna work.
It's gotta work.
It's. I think they put the tape there for a clue for the player, but it's not. You're not meant to ask about it.
Well,
That's infuriating.
it's gotta be there somewhere. Alright, the mask.
The mask might be interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's he gonna present this evidence? Potential thumbnail shot coming up.
Can you tell me about this?
Haven't seen that for a while. I had a friend who used to make them for
Oh
us,
my
of
God.
course. He passed away last year.
What does the symbol mean?
It's borrowed from paganism. It's the symbol of the triple goddess. The mother, maiden, and crone, represented by the waxing and waning of the moon. It's an ancient symbol. It predates Christianity. Some people say that it dates back to Paleolithic times.
And is that relevant to the course?
Well, no. I mean, it's a symbol we dabbled with, but it's not particularly relevant. We don't use it on the course, no.
Huh?
We'll get him when he talks about the
Yeah,
flyer
totally.
and the... Yeah. We'll keep that one in mind.
Do you know anything about an argument in the pub last Friday?
What time?
I believe it wasn't long after the pub opened.
No. I usually leave for the manor house about 6. I start preparations around 6:30. I like to get a head start.
Oh, are you looking unsure about that?
Can I?
Can you replay the mask?
Yeah.
Can you tell me about this?
That's
Haven't
gonna
seen that for a while.
get it every time.
I had a friend who used to make them for us for the course.
That right there.
He passed away last year.
Yeah?
What does the symbol
Liam.
mean?
It's borrowed.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't ask him about Liam yet, though, did... Yeah, we didn't get down to Liam yet, though, so... We'll see if that'll give us something.
Have you seen one of these before?
I believe that looks like a scrying mirror to me.
You have seen one before?
Well, I used to have one myself, actually, along with lots of other bits and pieces of that nature. Silly things, you know.
Really?
Yes, when I was in my teenage years, I had quite an obsession with that kind of thing. I was a very somber child, and well, not that you could tell, always playing fantasy games, reading books about that kind of malarkey, you know.
What sort of books did you read?
Well, books on black magic, not the chocolates.
Oh, you
witchcraft,
coward.
Satanic rituals, that kind of thing. I grew out of it, of course.
But you're not into that sort of thing now.
Of course I'm not. I mean, I don't need to believe in the supernatural, Inspector. The natural world is far more interesting. Don't you think so?
Ooh.
Yeah, that sounds so malicious.
Yeah.
Tell me about this.
It's the first one we ever had made. We had it designed by an agency after we'd spent weeks trying to find a name for this place.
It took you weeks.
Don't be like that, Inspector. I thought it was a rather grand name. Actually, if I'm being honest, I plucked it out of thin air one night in the George while I was having a few gin and tonics. Well, actually, somebody left a book and I stole it.
Oh, you naughty, naughty boy. Okay, we'll get him We'll get him on Liam though.
What can you tell me about Liam?
Oh, Liam. You mean the boy who committed... Very unfortunate, isn't it?
Did you know him?
Oh, yes. Well, I say know him. I met him in the pub. Seemed very happy sort of person. Well, I say he seemed happy. He can't have been, can he?
Okay, here we go. What was that on? The Mask? Mask made by yeah. And do any of those seem contradictory?
Maybe met him, implying that he first met him in the pub.
It's not really. It's not a contradiction. It's just it could he could.
Oh, okay.
Like it could just be someone else. That's all he could say.
No, it could be. Packet of dried leaves.
Do you know what this is?
Looks like chopped tea bags to me. What is it?
I just thought you might know.
Don't worry, I'm
going
to tell you in a second.
Lance, Inspector, what you should do is ask Rebecca. She knows far more about these things than I do. Messy things, growing things.
Okay, so that's there if we came to him before Rebecca with these.
Have you ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
No. What is it?
It's a hallucinogenic plant. A legal one. At least for the moment.
I've no interest in drugs, Inspector.
He says drinking alcohol.
That's the only drug I need. As trite as that may sound.
Do you know any students who may have used hallucinogens?
No. My students aren't interested in that kind of thing. Besides, no one is allowed drugs or alcohol onto the site. I don't think anyone has ever brought drugs.
What?
Are you sure?
Any medicines on site at all?
No, we're not allowed. Insurance purposes.
But the fact he knows Kate was drunk all the time.
And also, he's holding a glass of scotch or something in his hand.
Okay, I do know what the.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
he said he went to the pub drinking with Liam. But he doesn't allow alcohol.
That's only on Atlas premises.
No, that's specifically in the pub. But that's definitely something, I think.
We'll go to it.
Which one?
The Liam's death.
Liam's death?
Yeah, specifically in the pub.
Yeah, he met Liam in the pub. I think there is something there with, like...
Maybe something with that and with Kate being drunk all the time.
Yeah.
Drunk at the meeting last Friday?
Yeah, she's drunk at the meeting. But...
Wasn't allowed drugs or alcohol?
Yeah, maybe.
No. I mean, to be honest, that
try mine.
Makes sense. But
which combo?
Does not have drugs and alcohol, and then the Liam. I don't know. Met him in the pub, I guess.
I mean,
it doesn't really make sense,
yeah,
but
that's because it's Atlas premise specifically. I mean, we still have to ask him about the flyer and the symbol.
Yeah, the third eye should tie with the mask.
Oh, do you know about this?
He sounded so bored.
Not much.
So you've never seen this before? You don't know anything about Third Eye?
Well, I don't remember seeing it now.
You don't recognize any of the symbols on it?
Sorry.
Okay. Well, that must be something.
See, that sounds... It'd be less suspicious if we said, oh yeah, that bottom symbol, I've used that symbol before. We'll ask about this, then go for the contradiction.
Yeah.
If I did this, would that mean...
It's a devil's sign, isn't it? Is that what you're getting at, Inspector?
This is not something you use on the course.
Of course it's not something you use
holding
on the
it.
course, Inspector. I don't even know what that could possibly mean, exactly.
Alright. Doesn't recognize symbols. But clearly recognizes the symbol.
Yeah.
Ryan, you've just told me all about the moon symbols on the mask. Then you're claiming you don't know anything about the symbols on the flyer. It's all the same thing.
Oh, actually, yes. Sorry, yes, yes, I do remember that.
So what did you know about Third Eye?
Oh, not much, really. Never came into contact with them.
Oh, he definitely ran
Explanation
Third
was
Eye.
way too short. Ryan's definitely hiding something.
Okay. So,
Was
never came into contact with Third Eye. There's probably something else on the mask. Or something.
maybe met Liam? I don't know.
There's gotta be something in that drugs and alcohol thing.
Yeah. I mean,
Try Liam seemed I don't know. Try Liam seemed happy.
yeah, just give it a second. Liam seemed happy. And what?
Drugs and alcohol.
Has no interest in drugs or... Oh, yeah. I don't think there's anything there specifically other than the fact that he's holding a glass of scotch and he says he doesn't allow drugs or alcohol.
What about the Third Eye thing and him having met Liam? I don't know. Maybe that's something.
I don't. Did it ever say that Liam was part of Third Eye?
Replay the Liam parts.
Liam death?
Did just all of them.
What can you tell me about Liam?
Oh, Liam. You mean the boy who committed... Very unfortunate, isn't it?
Did you know him?
Oh, yes, yes. Well, I say know him. I met him in the pub. Seemed very happy sort of person. Well, I say he seemed happy. He can't have been, can he?
Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot to say there.
Hmm.
It just it feels like there should be something there, but there just isn't at the moment. Like, this has no interest in drugs, but I don't know. Like, there was something about... Wait, okay. He met Liam at the pub, but he has no interest in pubs, in drugs.
Could be something, yeah.
Met Liam at the pub, has no interest in drugs. Why is he at the pub if he has no interest? Alcohol's a drug. Hadn't suspected Kate having any emotional problems. And maybe her being drunk at the meeting.
Emotional problems and maybe the argument. But I don't know. He may not know Kate was involved.
Doesn't know about the argument.
No, it's Kate's argument, so yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't know about the argument. There's got to be something. Only knows what he heard about Third Eye.
Maybe it's something to do with the flyers.
Yeah, that's we only have two things available. Only knows what he heard about Third Eye and never came into contact with them. So maybe something with the mask?
He probably did come into contact with them, maybe?
Oh, he was absolutely heading it up.
Yeah.
Made by a friend who died last year. And never came into contact? Wait. Okay. Mask. Symbol not used on the course. Something like with one of these two. Symbol not used in the course. Yeah, I guess it isn't really any contradiction. It's just suspicious.
Mask made by a friend who died last year and only knows what he heard about Third Eye.
I mean, what else have we asked him?
We've asked him everything.
What about the freedom necklace? Maybe there's something in there. No.
Not really. Oh, we could go and ask other people about the rock symbol and then see if that opens up a new conversation option. Or we can always come back here, right?
Look at the Atlas advertising poster. There's no way it's something we missed it because we asked everyone else everything.
Except
We
for the
didn't ask
hand
him about
symbol.
the hands.
That could open up a new clue to ask him about once if they give us information about it. Atlas name picked randomly.
Picked a random book for some reason.
And it's something like that.
Are we able to zoom in on that flyer?
No.
Okay.
Or I think we should ask other people about the symbol and see if they'll give us something to ask, like, to talk to him about.
Yeah. Yeah, at least we know we'd have everything.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm sure there was absolutely more to contradict in what he said. But for now, we can just quickly pop in to Simon and Emma. And of course,
I'm gonna have to knock.
gotta go to the window every
Questions,
time.
please. Thank you.
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
No. Why?
It's okay. Thanks.
You sounded so annoyed.
James might know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll probably be back later.
Probably.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
The way he goes about it.
Someone in the woods carving it into a tree.
That was Kyle. It's a guy from the course. He's an idiot.
And where does he live?
I can't remember. Somewhere outside the village. The three fingers thing is something the students started doing. It's something from the course.
There we go.
The three freedoms.
The what?
The three freedoms. It's from the course. It's a phrase.
Free to be free.
Free yourself from the things that are holding you back, right? Things that stop you being successful.
What are they?
There's fear of failure, guilt, and a doubting, a self-doubt.
You believe that?
Yeah. Guilt ruins lives. It stops you looking forward. It serves no practical purpose. It's basically destructive.
Right.
Free to be free.
There we go.
Original slogan. But I wonder how far this freedom goes.
That will that'll give us
ask
something.
Him. We ask Ryan about the freedom phrase.
Yeah, we're gonna ask everybody. Absolutely. I will go back to Emma. She won't know anything
That's
about
all
the
for
freedom
moment.
phrase,
Thank
but
you.
just while we're here.
Do you know the phrase free to be free?
Yeah. It's an Atlas thing. I first heard it when I went with Simon.
What did they say about it?
They said that you shouldn't feel guilty if you do something wrong.
True.
I don't agree with that.
No?
No. No, I think you should feel guilty if you do something wrong.
What did Simon think?
I don't know, but I don't think he agreed with that either.
That seems like there's something.
Well, it's because she cheated, remember?
Yeah. But that might give us something to contradict her on later, possibly.
Richie doesn't recognize the symbol, but whatever, I guess.
Well, she only went to one thing, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Be back later,
Over
if
to
that's okay.
James and Kyle.
Can we even go to where Kyle is?
I mean, we learned about him. I think he's over here somewhere. I mean, we know we want to go to
She said
James, regardless.
He's outside the village. That's what Simon said anyway.
Oh, and we can try.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
If I did that, would it mean anything to you?
Yeah, it's a Satanism symbol. Satanists use it.
Have you ever seen anyone using it?
Lots of people. Politicians, presidents, CEOs.
Have you ever seen anyone local using it?
Not that I remember.
I mean, that's fair.
Ever hear the phrase free to be free? Heard anyone use that?
Nah. What is it, a song?
No, I don't think so. Doesn't matter.
No.
Okay.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I mean, if we could talk to Kyle, like, he would be right at the very edge down here. No. Oh, I guess it was that other street. Oh, where was it? Behind
The Brandon house
Brandon.
is gonna be like. Okay.
I mean, this is gonna be something later. Like, it wouldn't be an option to go there if it wasn't gonna lead to something. Oh, yeah, see, there's some cars. And there's one right here over on the left. May as well pop in and ask about the stuff while we're here. And of course, ding!
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Why is it meant to mean something?
No, it's okay.
She should know about the phrase, though. Being married
Ever
to
heard the phrase
Ryan.
free to be free?
Do you mean the Atlas thing? Yes, I have.
Know what it means?
It means being free of guilt.
What do you think about that?
You mean, do I think it's a bad thing?
Do you? I mean, surely if you have done something wrong.
Oh, but that's the point, Inspector. Most people spend their time feeling guilty over nothing, and that's not a good thing.
I don't like her.
I think she's like the most suspicious person.
Yeah. I don't think she necessarily did it, but she knows a lot more than she's letting on.
I actually think she did it, to be honest.
That's it for the time being. Thank you.
I mean, I know that it's not going to be Ryan who did it, because that will be way too obvious. Also, there's several more cars for you. It was up here. Yes, here is the path. No, okay.
No, that's nothing.
Yeah, that's nothing. There will be something there.
You can just go straight to Atlas from here.
Yep. Back to Atlas. Don't need to walk through the woods again. Alright, here we go.
Gunther?
He didn't
Ask
finish
more
the
things, please.
Yeah.
He didn't need to. Alright. This is going to give us a big
Tell
contradiction.
me a bit about the phrase free to be free.
Free to be free, my favourite motto. Well, we teach our students that people, well, they suffer from excessive guilt, don't they? Excessive self-criticism, excessive doubt. Evils of excess, we call them. And we tell our students that if they rid themselves of these evils, then they're free to realise their full potential.
Who came up with all this?
I have a background in psychology.
Honestly?
Don't look so surprised, Inspector. There's an intellect lurking in here.
When did you come up with the phrase?
When we were based at the village hall. When I say we, I came up with the phrase. Dad's more the money man.
And very successful at it too, I hear.
Oh, he's successful, but he's not a creative man. Dad suffers from a lack of imagination.
Okay. So
That probably unlocks our ability to go to the hall later.
maybe.
Hopefully.
There's got to be something with this, though. I don't know. I'm just a process of eliminating these things. Because he would absolutely know about that if his students are doing it. Okay, so the phrase is invented while based at the village hall and never came into contact with Third Eye? Yes! Here we go.
According to the flyer, this Third Eye group was based at the village hall, is that right?
Was it?
That's where you were based, wasn't it? Yeah, you said you invented the Atlas phrase, free to be free, while you were based at the village hall.
So I did.
So you must have come into contact with Third Eye at some point. You were using the same hall.
Well, I'm afraid I haven't been entirely honest with you, Inspector.
Ooh.
Go on.
You see, Third Eye is, or was, Atlas under a different name. Sorry.
Atlas is Third Eye?
In a new improved form, yes.
And you ran Third Eye?
With Dad, yes.
So you must have known Liam. You didn't just meet him, did you?
Yes, I knew him, Inspector, but don't get your hopes up. All of this has been thoroughly investigated and cleared up.
You've been investigated about his death?
They dropped the case. We didn't have anything to do with it. Well, when I say drop the case, I mean a police investigation is one thing, but what the public thinks is another. They threatened to go public, and then James bloody Wilson started distributing his flyers, and that was it. No choice. There was an end to it.
You had to change the name.
We'd already paid the family an out-of-court settlement. I thought that was an end to it. But then James and his cronies, they wouldn't leave it alone. So we had to close down, buy a new place, rebrand. So eventually, we reopened here.
As Atlas?
As Atlas.
And it worked?
Up till now, yes.
So you knew James Wilson too?
We knew James, but he didn't know us as such. Oh, he was very quick to shoot us down, but he didn't do anything like actually coming to the course to see what he was about.
So James wouldn't know that you were now running Atlas?
Not unless he came to one of our courses.
And how much of all that stuff was true? ECT machines, brainwashing?
I'm afraid that exists only exclusively in the mind of Mr. Wilson. All we do is make better business people. We challenge their prejudices and presumptions. Why don't you come along and see for yourself? The course starts in 15 minutes. Excuse me, Inspector.
This is getting good.
Hello. I can't come back now. Well, you have my car at the moment. All right. All right. See you later. That was Dad. I have to go back. You can come and meet him if you like.
Well, I might come and have a chat.
Come with me.
There we go, 8 p.m.
To be perfectly honest, Dad's a great businessman, but he lacks an
You wanted.
He does, however, believe in the power of the individual, when taught by the right teacher, of course. Ryan! In here. Just coming. He's through here.
I'm gonna quickly pause.
After the scene.
To whom do I owe the pleasure?
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm investigating a death in the village. I believe you knew Kate Vine.
Oh, I thought all this was dealt with, Inspector. You do know that Kate Vine was a gherkin short of a Big Mac. You do now.
Father.
You must forgive my son, Inspector. He still can't summon up the courage to come straight to the point. So what do you want to know?
Well, a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Oh, but I do mind. I'm a very busy man. Try asking an intelligent question, like my mind being
Wow.
quizzed about a once promising student who turned into a useless drunk. Ryan, would you mind leaving us for a while?
I'll go back to the centre. I have one or two things to prepare. Call me if you need me, Dad.
You may begin, Mr. Holmes, although I'm not going to be able to help you. I don't have much to do with the course nowadays, so I can't give you any hard information.
That's as maybe, but we
No,
need...
that's as is. But if you want my opinion, I'd be quite happy to give it to you. So, fire away.
Okay, thank you.
Well, Paul certainly doesn't take any prisoners. It's obvious who's pulling the strings in this family, and I wonder what they got up to in their previous guise as Third Eye. 8 o'clock already.